Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's your boy Jay Major, and we're back with another episode of the Black Canvas Podcast. So go ahead, grab your paintbrush and your black canvas. Let's get to it. We are back, and I must say, we got some spice going on in the market. For those of you who don't know what market I'm talking about the stock market. And I want to talk to you all about what's going on, because I know you've seen it. Everybody posting stuff about Gamestop and AMC and Nokia and all these other businesses and these companies, and they're like, I'm trying to get a little bread too. Everybody want to get paid, and I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. I am not mad at you at all. But before I get started with that conversation, I must once again pay my respects. I know it's another week. Last week we paid respect to Kobe, and this week we're going to pay our respect to the beautiful, wonderful, lovely Miss Cicely Tyson. That's what we're going to do. It's the Black Canvas Podcast, and we will pay our respects to those who have paved the way for us. And man, what can I say? If I'm being real, if I'm being honest, I've seen Cicely Tyson in a bunch of movies and just shows. I say just movies, but TV shows and things like that, man. And she's literally like that person that you see in a movie and you like, that's my mom. Like, for real. Like, and I ain't saying because of her age. I'm just saying that's my mom. Like, it's the way she carries herself in the movies. And I don't know if that has to do with the fact that they decide to play her as in that role in many of the movies that I've seen. But I have, man, the utmost respect for Miss Cicely Tyson. Never met her. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I met the lady before, but just seeing somebody who carries themselves with grace and elegance, and she's been doing this for years. I mean, her acting career began in the early 1950s with some notable works like Sounder, the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, Roots. We all know about Roots. Widow Tells All, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and so many more. So many more. I could probably spend a large amount of time just really talking about her and just the many different things that she has been able to accomplish in her life, as far as different honors and stuff that she's achieved. But that's not what I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that those that are listening understand that we lost a true gem when we lost Miss Tyson. So we pay our respects. Rest in peace, Miss Tyson. I mean, those are gonna be some shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they can be filled. I think many times when we say stuff like that, like, somebody gotta fill those shoes. Nah, not really. Ain't nobody really gotta fill them shoes. We just gotta pay attention to what she left behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, honor what she's left, what she's given us. And I think, that many times that may suffice. Now, to be honest, it may not suffice forever, but within my generation, I can honestly say that I think that we understand the magnitude of her life, and we thank her for everything that she's done. And in the time that she did it. That's what's crazy. Like, I did some research on it just a little bit, just to try to see exactly who she was, because while somebody's alive, many times we just live, you know what I'm saying? We go on our everyday lives and we do what we do. And when we lose somebody, we like, man, we don't really understand the magnitude of who we lost. So we like, man, what is it that she contributed? You know what I'm saying? Like, just keeping it real. But what is it that she really contributed? I'm looking at, some of the movies she played in. I didn't even realize she played in Alex Cross in 2012. Um, let's see, Idlewild, Medea's Family Reunion. I mean, I knew about some of these, but let's see, Bustin' Loose. She was in Bustin' Loose. A Man Called Adam. That was in 1966. My God, but she was in The Help. Now we all like The Help in 2011. That was a great movie. But like, you know, all of these movies that she's played in. Let's see. She was in Guiding Light in 1966. Mission Impossible 1970. I'm calling this stuff out because I don't want us to miss, you know, some of the great things that she's done. I honestly would recommend that if you're listening to this, just go check out the Wikipedia to see what all she's done. I tell you what, I was looking at the awards and the nominations for her, and I was like, she was nominated for a whole bunch of stuff, but she only won few, but she did win. Like in 2018, she won an Academy Honorary Award. I mean, I don't know what, I think it was just an honorary, you know, award that was given, not specifically for anything, but her greatness all in all. So, she won Emmys. She's won 3 Emmys, but she was nominated for probably 12 of them I'm looking at here. And let's not get it twisted. I mean, she did this at a time when women were not winning. Not only women were not winning these awards, but black women especially were not winning these awards. So I'm not taking nothing away from her to get all of the nominations that she received. Oh, she a boss for real. I would highly recommend that if you're listening to this, man, take some time and just go do your research. Go do your research about her. Let's not let her works go in vain. If you know who Cicely Tyson is, try to educate yourself a little bit on some of the works that she's done. I think that's fair. That's only fair. Now we ain't taking away anything from her. If you know any extra works besides the one that you know, that's neither here nor there on how great she is. But somebody lost a mother, somebody lost a grandmother, somebody lost a friend, aunt. You know, I think, and she's a great one. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, she's a great one. So we do pay our respects. As a matter of fact, you know, I think it's only right that we give her a standing ovation. We thank you, Miss Cicely Tyson. We thank you. So we are here, and the conversation is about the stock market. We want to talk about the stock market. I want to put y'all on game. And then look, I'm going to break this down as best as I can. I am no stock market guru. I am no hedge funds guru. I don't know about Wall Street like the next man that is really studying up on this stuff. I do know a little bit of something. And that little bit of something, that little knowledge that I do have, mostly comes from me getting into the Forex market, which then got me into investing and got me into all types of other stuff. But I'm not a heavy investor either. It's like I'm not a day trader and all that stuff. I don't do all of that. I'm I'm simple. I put some money in to a company that I think is flourishing, and I let it sit and I watch it grow. That's it. That's all I do. But I have been somewhat profitable. Not profitable enough to leave my job. So no, I'm not going nowhere. I will be back at my job early Monday morning. So, yes. So I will say this though, the knowledge that I have gained, I think is enough for me to tell y'all what's going on in layman's terms. Like, and I say layman's terms in my terms and J terms. Like that's all I got for you. I did a little research so I can kind of piece some of this stuff together. But if you don't understand, do your research. It's beneficial. a lot of people probably not even jumping on this right now. You got a lot of people that's hating. They like, everybody upset about the stock market and they all mad and all of this, that, and the third. But if you got some money in the stock market, you better pay attention to it. It ain't our fault that you don't know what you're doing. So you better get with it. You feel me? So, yeah. All right. So let's talk about it. There are a few players in this that you have to know about before you can understand what's really going on. All right. So I say a few players. It's really like two plus some middle people that kind of really make stuff move. So we're talking about Gamestop and their stock going up through the roof and everybody being excited. AMC and their stock going up through the roof and everybody being excited. Nokia. There's a couple more businesses that were really, during the pandemic, they were on the decline, like heavy decline. And they are in a position now to sustain. I'm not going to say that they are thriving just yet, but they're in a position to sustain. But that's a really big if to be honest. Like that's a really big if, and it depends on a lot of different factors. But let's talk about it real quick, right? All right, so I'm going to try to make a long story short in this and say it like this, right? Some people got on Reddit. That's an app or a site online where all of these people, y'all know about Reddit. People get together and they talk about little blogs or whatever, like chat rooms or whatever, threads they create about a specific topic, and they talk about it and about how they feel about it, whatever, right? All right, cool. Well, these guys, I guess they call them the Reddit bros or something like that, created this room, Wall Street Bets. Wall Street BETS bets. And it's just a bunch of investors, like small investors, big time investors, big money investors, small money investors, I guess you would say. I'm breaking this down as best as I can. You would call them retail investors. But they got in this room and they're like, look, we can really flip the script on what's going on with some of these companies like AMC and GameStop, because their stocks was falling like hard. Well, when that was happening, you got people on the other side, hedge funds, who were like, all right, it's falling, and we want to, with our goal is to provide profits for investors, right? For their investors, the investors that invest into the hedge funds are the ones that the hedge funds are trying to protect. It makes sense, right? Okay, cool. Many times though, the only people that are putting money into hedge funds are like, they rich. And when I say rich, I mean they got bank. You feel me? So, all right. So you got two players, hedge funds and Wall Street Bets or retail investors. So let me get y'all some definitions real quick. So as per Investopedia, this is not my definition. This is Investopedia's definition. You can look it up on your own. Hedge funds are alternative investments using pooled funds that employ different strategies to earn active returns or alpha for their investors. So basically all they're doing is they're putting a bunch of money together and they're putting it into certain companies, buying and selling those companies. I say buying and selling. They're buying stocks and they're selling stocks to make profits. So as the companies make a lot of money, they are continually buying. When the company's on a decline, they are continually selling those stocks. So they are kind of ahead of the game. Always. They're always winning. And that's not 100% winning, but they're winning majority of the time if they're in a hedge fund. And retail investors, or like Wall Street Bets, the people that are in Wall Street Bets, you and I, those investors who are looking to put $30 into a stock market, into some type of company, that's me and you. We are retail investors. And a retail investors, this is also from Investopedia. A retail investor is known as an individual investor and considered to be a non-professional investor who buys and sells securities or funds that contain a basket of securities such as mutual funds and ETFs or exchange traded funds. Basically, all I'm saying is you and me, the people. Well, I might have some big dogs listening. And if I do, shout out to you. Put me on. Hey, holla at me. Jump in the inbox on IG. Let me know how I can get this bread. But retail investors are like you and myself. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our little piece of the pie. That's all we're trying to do. Well, to make a long story short, you had some really, really smart retail investors that went into this thread on Reddit called Wall Street Bets. And they started talking that noise. They was like, look, hedge funds are looking to do this. They're looking to sell AMC, Nokia, Gamestop, all of that. They're looking to sell. They want to sell their stock. When you sell stock, you lower the price of that stock the more you sell. Now, here's the difference in hedge funds and retail investors. Hedge funds got money. And retail investors got money. Money? Or just money? Yeah, the people that hold the weight of the movement are in hedge funds. Typically, those are not the only two players that are involved, but these are the two, as per this situation, that we can kind of focus on. Well, all these hedge funds are like, yeah, well, we're going to back out. We're going to sell all of our stock because of this, that, and the third. Well, when they do that, you drive the stock of the stock price. You drive the stock price down for that particular company. I'm going to focus on GameStop here because I know a lot of people have been thinking about that. So let's talk about GameStop in particular, even though it was more than one company. So all these hedge funds are like, yeah, we're going to pull our money from GameStop. We're going to sell our stocks in GameStop, and we're going to just incur some type of profits from that. Well, all the retail investors are like, that's trash, because what if you do that, all you're doing is you're driving down the profitability of that company. You're making that company less profitable when you sell their stocks. Like publicly traded companies, they need stock holders. They need those people to get certain things done within their companies. Like that's how they make their money. So if you selling all the stock, well, you're driving the price of the stock down, and now you don't have many big players in the game. So that makes it bad on the company. You messing over them, right? So these retail investors are like, nah, cuz we about to stop that. So the plan is we're going to all put together on this day at this time or whatever the case may be. And we're going to buy more stocks from GameStop. We're going to buy stock, whatever the price is. I don't know the exact price numbers and all that right now, but we're going to buy because we want to show hedge funds that what they're doing is unfair. It's unjust. It's unethical. We are going to flip the script, and we're going to put a hurt on them at their own game. Well, imagine there being, just for easy numbers, 100 hedge funds and 1,000 retail investors. I don't care how much money you have as a hedge fund, it's going to be tough to compete with 1,000. Let's talk about a battlefield. You got 100 versus 1,000. Who you think gonna win? The retail side. The 1,000 probably gonna win. Now, those are not exact numbers, but that kind of gives you an idea of like what the hedge funds was up against. So it was like, all right, all these retail investors talking about buying. We have our sell is set to go, and the buys are about to come. Actually, they probably didn't even know about it the day before, but what happened was that day hit, I think it was the 26th. So I think that was maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, this past Tuesday or Wednesday, when it actually happened. And the hedge funds took a big hit the next morning when all these retail investors started buying AMC, GameStop, Nokia, all these different companies. Like I said, they started buying. And what happened is, you think that the stock price is going down and it goes up, and you sell too soon, so you lose. Hedge funds don't want to lose. That's the issue. They don't want to lose. Can somebody help them? Oh, they're losing. The hedge funds are losing. Isn't that bad? When people like you and myself, we lose every day. We don't have the information that they have to make educated placements in the market. They have everything they need, and here we are just going. Well, I don't really know what the news is going to do tomorrow, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Like, no, bro, that's messed up. So now we all get together and we say, no, this is what we're all gonna do. Everybody gonna do it, and we gonna move the market. We gonna move the needle, and we move it the way that the people need to move the needle. And hedge funds and other people, big money spenders, get upset because of it. Is that right? That's wrong, bruh. You can't get mad at us because we all got together and said, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it, and we did it together. So now you're mad. And the following day, because y'all were losing, y'all's comment is that, oh, y'all don't know what y'all are doing. Retail investors don't understand. Chamath, I'm gonna probably butcher his last name. I think it's Palihapitiya. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he is like a minority owner of the Warriors, and he is also, let me see. He's also the owner of Social Capital. He founded Social Capital. Let's see. Minority stakeholder and board member of the Golden State Warriors. Venture capitalist. If you know anything about venture capitalists, you know they got money. They got money. So he got big money. Him and Elon Musk, they got on Twitter right before all this stuff happened, and when they put they 2 cents in, and they was like, "Hey, that's what y'all doing." He talking to the retail investors. That's what y'all doing? Bet we with y'all. They got on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I think I'm about to put a little money in myself." You dig? So they did. They put a bunch of money in. So it really did help out the retail investors. But in my opinion, they did what was right by the people, and they didn't follow the market. They didn't follow the top dogs. So they got big money. They put this big money in, and then they told other people who followed them that, hey, I'm putting my big money in this particular company, GameStop, AMC, whatever, and I'm gonna leave it at that. They never told anybody else this is where you should put your money. They only said that they were going to do the same thing. When they said that, I guess it kind of resonated with a lot of people that, hey, this might be a good little deal. This might be a good deal for us to do this. And Chamath was on CNBC, and the guy was trying to tell him, like, hey, you don't think that that's wrong? You don't think that there's something wrong with you putting that much money in and you tweeting this? You're like, no. What's wrong is hedge funds know exactly how to move the market, and they know exactly how to make the money, and they don't want to share it with the people. That's wrong. If we want to talk about what's wrong, that's wrong. So don't sit up here and give me a sob story about some billionaire who lost a couple $1 million. Cause that ain't nothing. We lose all the time, B. Like, for real. We lose all the time, and we got to take that on the chin. But we losing our hundreds of dollars when we only make hundreds of dollars. because we're trying to get to where they are. This whole this democracy that we live in is it's weird. It's weird. It's like legit the rich wanting to stay rich. Let me get back to the story, right? So the day that the retail investors, they put all their money in, the hedge funds they went the opposite way and they didn't win. So the next day, Robinhood, an app that allows retail investors like you and myself, that app allows us to sell and buy stocks. Well, they were like, no one who is a retail investor can buy any more stock of Gamestop. Well, y'all could do other stuff, AMC and all that stuff. Well, no, I think they stopped AMC too. But y'all can't buy anymore. Y'all can only sell. And that's the same direction that the hedge funds was in the day before, which means that the hedge funds won't lose as much, because now you're going to automatically remove the retail investors from platforms like Robinhood. Now, there are other platforms that allow you to do this. TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, I think Vanguard allows you to do so. It's a bunch of different there's another one. I can't think of it, but there are different brokerages that allow you to, retail investors that allow us to buy and sell stock and trade options and stuff like that. But Robinhood said no more retail investors can buy stock of GameStop, AMC, Nokia, all of these high risk is what they wanted to call it, high risk stock options or stock companies at the time. So it literally pulled us back and we couldn't do anything about it. This is another one of those instances where we see, if you don't own it, you don't own it. You don't have control of it. You can't do anything about it. They can do exactly what they want to at any given moment, and you just got to sit there. So it really did. It hurt. It hurt to see that happened in this free country that we live in this democracy where everybody is given equal opportunity. We weren't given equal opportunity that day. So I'm taking a stance to be done with Robinhood. I know a lot of people was like, well, I'm still in Robinhood because that Dogecoin went popping the next day, and if you don't understand crypto, you in trouble with Dogecoin too, if you don't get out soon enough. I'm just gonna say that. But this is not a crypto podcast today. This is not that episode, so I'm not gonna even talk about Dogecoin, which I do. let's give you guys a round of applause for making that money on Dogecoin the other day. That was fire. But hey, if you can get out, get out. Dogecoin is not the way to go. Get out. But yeah, so like I said, I think that it was really, really unethical for Robinhood to do that. So I'm done with Robinhood. And I know I'm not the only one. So if you ask me, Robinhood is the type of company that keeps us where we are and doesn't allow us to make what we deserve to make. We deserve to make the money that we put in for, and they don't give us that opportunity. I think that that's wrong. So, like I said, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna sit on that and let that be what it is, right? I must say, keep your eyes open for these different companies, because there's still some things that are going on. Check Wall Street Bets. There's still some things that are going on that are trying to get retail investors in a position where they can win the right way. And that's by pulling together. So that's really the only way you can beat hedge funds. You got to pull together. Ain't no other way around that. You got to pull together. So I'm saying that because I think that's very important to know. Other than that, I mean, that's about all I got. It's really simple. Like, I can really sum it up in about 15 seconds. big dog spenders in the stock market got mad at small dog spenders in the stock market because the small dogs all pulled together and there were more small dogs than big dogs. So they was like, all right, we're going to make this uneven, an uneven playing field. And the big dogs talked to the small dogs owner, and the small dogs owner was like, yep, we're going to keep y'all inside while the big dogs go play. And they let the big dogs go play. It was unfair. And so right now everybody's trying to band together to join and make this right again. The only way we're going to make it right, if you ask me, is to allow 24/7 all the time, to allow retail investors to invest how they want to invest. There's so many notices whenever you go to invest. If you go to Robinhood, if you go anywhere, if you want to invest, you have to put down like all types of notifications and acknowledgments that, yeah, I understand how risky it is. Now you got to put that a bunch of times. So I don't need you trying to save me. If I'm telling you, I acknowledge, I understand how risky it is. So let me take my risk, right? But that's about it, man. That's what happened. I hope that this podcast has cast a light over the hedge funds and over the Wall Street and over the stock market that will open your eyes to what is possible. To those of you listening who are like, I still don't get it and I think it's crazy to even be concerned about it, that's on your body, because this is how the rich stay rich. They don't stay rich because they work hard. These people are vacationing, and hedge funds are working for them, making their investments work. And they're not allowing retail investors like you and me to do the same thing. So this is why it's important. It is not okay to just cast your eye over this and be like, it is what it is. We have to band together and we got to put a stop to this. This is not right. All right, I done said that. I said what I had to say. I still feel good today. It's early on a Monday morning. Man, I hope y'all have a fabulous day. I hope y'all have a fabulous week. And remember, may not be an artist, but this is your black canvas. One love, y'all.